What's going on, everybody? Yes, welcome to the Cover Price New Comic Book Day show for October 14. I have the absolute honor to talk comics with the ever so awesome Gabe, bro. What is up?
What is up, man? Dude, I'm so glad to be here to do this with you because it's comic talk, right? It's talk about books that are coming out this week. What's cool? What's fun? What's interesting? And it's a little bit of an excuse for us to hang out together.
Yeah. So I just noticed that the intro was the top 10, and for some reason, StreamYard saved the top 10 as an automatic intro video. So I apologize for that. I'll make sure it doesn't happen on the outro, but of course, it's not the top 10 show. We're here for the new Comic Book Day books that are coming out tomorrow. That's right. We are live on Tuesday night. It is 9:07 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:07 Pacific, and we are going to dive right into the books that are dropping for New Comic Book Day. Now, of course, we just want to make sure that you guys know before you go to your LCSs. You're going to go to your shops. You're going to pick up what's interesting to you. You know, we're going to talk about that in just a second. But Gabe, I think it's a big week. There's, again, you know, it's not the typical Lefteros amount of like 35 slides or whatever. No, we're looking at some amazing books that are coming out this week. It's a little smaller, but it's fire. It's spicy. Yeah. We know that there's some blind bags coming out as well that people are really anticipating for quite some time this week. So I'm excited to talk about all of this fun stuff. Gabe, are you ready to get into it?
Let's go, man. We got a lot to talk about, my friend.
Let's go. All right. So for New Comic Book Day, first book on the list, we have Amazing Spider-Man 14, this being the main cover. It's giving us the first full appearance of the Goblin Slayer. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Here we go. Another title, another issue of Spider-Man where we're getting more characters. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Look, let's go back to issue 13, right? We had the first full appearance of Symbi. You know, that little symbiote character that everybody was excited to see.
Symbi? What a cute
name. Right? It is. We had Nile. We had Wretched. Was it Wretched? Yeah. But there's a lot of stories happening at once here. Now, Joe Kelly is executing this so well. Gabe, you and I have gone back and forth on this. When it comes to the Amazing Spider-Man as a whole, it feels like it's been quite some time since, I mean, Peter Parker's been written the way we want him to be written. Joe Kelly's doing that. Right now, what's happening, you know, we have basically Osborn as Spider-Man. He's filling in while Peter Parker's in space. The crew has found out. Yeah, Miles, Gwen, they all found out. And the last issue, issue 12 was very, very interesting, man, to see some of Osborn's backstory, etc. And now here we fast forward to issue 13. Dude, Peter Parker has put his cojones on the table. He is commanding all of what is happening right now in space. He is on fire, dude. The way he is being written, Joe Kelly is just doing a phenomenal job. I'm so happy with this run.
Dude, I love seeing that Spider-Man's being a good title again. Amazing Spider-Man should always be Marvel's top book. It should always be a good title. There's no reason for Spider-Man not to be like the best Marvel book out there. He used to be on the checks. He used to be like the masthead before Disney came around. But Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, the title should always be a top-notch book. And when you got Joe Kelly writing, and not even that, dude, let me focus on Ed McGuinness. That guy has always been a heavy hitter for art. I don't think he gets as much praise and love as he need to, but this team is the original Deadpool team for me. Like, that was when they were doing Deadpool together. That's when I fell in love with Deadpool. I own little bit of a brag here. I own a page of original art from this run of Ed McGuinness and Joe Kelly on Deadpool. So I dude, I got a beautiful, cool page from that era. So seeing these guys team up together again, dude, that's chocolate and peanut butter with like marshmallow on it and everything else, dude. Like, this is gonna be fun and cool. And the idea of Peter Parker not being like in the suit right now, or like, you know, like involved, but you got like Osborn going for it. That's another cool kind of element. I think that's fun.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of story happening here. Like, you've got things happening with, let's say, Peter, then you have things happening with Norman, you have things happening all around, but the main story surrounding Peter Parker has been really good, man. Peter Parker is finally being written the way we all want him to be written. Of course, he's not with MJ. I mean, Paul is out of the equation right
Oh,
now.
he hasn't been with MJ for like 25 years almost.
Yeah, exactly. But regardless, man, it's just awesome to see him being like very assertive in everything that is happening. Like he's coming off as kind of like Reed Richards, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's attacking things, ready to go, commanding the entire attention of the reader. And it's like, oh my god, okay, Peter Parker's not playing around. Like, dude, he's here to kick some ass. And I'm happy to see that, because we'll go back to previous stories and Zeb Wells, etc. I kind of felt like Peter Parker was written in a lighter form. You know what I mean? Like, not I don't want to say he was kind of like a wuss or whatever, but like nowhere close to what's being written right now. So I got to give props to Joe Kelly. Got to give props to Marvel. I'm really happy so far. Really enjoying this run. Amazing Spider-Man 14 is coming out this week. We're gonna get the first full appearance of Goblin Slayer. You heard it here, man. Guys, give it a shot. Give it a shot, please. But all right, moving on from this, dude.
Nice.
Incredible Hulk issue 30. This is a big one as well. First appearance of the Mother of Horrors. We're going to get the origin and first appearance of the Infernal Hulk, which is partially revealed. Now, we all know that the Infernal Hulk is going to be coming out relatively soon, right? And Infernal Hulk has a very interesting backstory, to say the least. Now, what is Infernal Hulk? Basically, Bruce Banner is going to be separated from the Hulk.
Mhm.
The Hulk's possessed, dude. I think that's really awesome. The Eldest is another character that's been in it, the main antagonist when it comes to this Incredible Hulk run by Johnson. And for myself, I can't stress it enough, dude. I'm really pumped to read Infernal Hulk. I've been really enjoying this entire series. We're finally going to meet the Mother of Horrors within this one. And yeah, man, Infernal Hulk, dude, I'm all in. I'm excited.
Is this the last issue for this title before it turns into Infernal Hulk? Or is it 31?
Sorry, I can't remember. I can't remember if it's 30 or 31.
Yeah, it's coming up close because Philip Kennedy Johnson, who's been killing it on this book, he kills it on almost everything he writes. This Superman, like that guy can really put in some good work on his books. But he said that this is Infernal Hulk is going to be like part 2 of like his 3-part kind of like arc for Hulk. So that's when things are going to start kind of picking up, and it looks like it's going to start here because this book has been fun this entire run so far. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's Hulk. I love it because it's hard. Hulk is a hard character to write. Outside of it being like, oh, Hulk's on the run from the army again, and then to do some more kind of like mystical, creaturey kind of stuff. Like that's what we need from the Hulk, is something more than him just punching tanks and stuff like that.
Yeah, Michael Baker's spot on, man, saying that the Hulk is a monster himself. He's fit in this series so well. And yeah, man. So issue 30 is the last one, not 31. Okay. My apologies, guys. But yeah, it's been an amazing run. Like I said, I'm really excited to see how the story is now going to evolve into the Infernal Hulk, where we're gonna have Bruce Banner separated from Hulk. Hulk's gonna be a monster on his own. Possessed, let's go. And yeah, this is gonna be a hell of a ride, which I cannot wait to dive into. So guys, if you were reading the Hulk and you're really excited just like I am, you might want to pick this one up. It is in fact the final issue. I don't know why I thought there was going to be a 31 being the final, but yeah, no, this is the final one, and we're finally going to be seeing the Mother of Horrors within this one. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and be sure that you guys put this on your pull list. Not just this one, but Infernal Hulk. I'm not sure how everybody's comic book store works, but some stores don't just automatically kind of swing you over to like the next title when it does this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to miss out, because I think something's going to happen at the end of this book where it's going to be like, holy crap, I'm ready for Infernal Hulk. And you're going to need to put that title on your list too.
Absolutely, man. I can't wait to give this one a read this week.
go.
And of course, Infernal Hulk. But moving on from that, dude, this one seems very interesting. This one right here is called Save Now #1. We have the cover A right here. It's a new mini series about a hero that can save any moment in time and travel back to it. The cover alone had my attention as well. And I know Leftero said the same thing, but this is the La Rosa cover. I'm not familiar with La Rosa, to be honest with you, but really nice cover. Really nice cover. There's also an incentive that is like a different color scheme, etc., going on when it comes to this one. But the description of this actually sounds very interesting. I was looking at this and I'm like, yeah, I think I want to give this a read, man. Bad Idea has been putting out some very interesting titles, man, that are really appealing.
I mean, I think you're right, because I always kind of like was apprehensive about Bad Idea books because they weren't focused on the book itself. Bad Idea was always, to me, everything about them was a gimmick. All their releases were gimmicky. When they first came out, trying to order from them as a comic book shop was a very gimmicky way to order them, stuff like that. But to get somebody like Matt Kent, who did phenomenal work on in the Valiant universe back in the day, shows, like you said, they're maybe now focusing on story and comic, and this seems like a kind of a cool pitch. A guy that could save a moment in time and go back. Like, imagine if we could do that. Say, oh man, let me go back and to when my kids were born again. Or
so it's funny,
like that, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's funny you said that because I was thinking to myself as well, like if I could save a moment in time, what kind of times would I save? And of course, as dads, first thoughts we're thinking of is the kids and stuff like that. I would go back to conversations, meeting Neil Adams at a con and ask him different questions, more questions. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, there's so many things that I think this book could be a very interesting one. And I really like the idea behind this one. Bad Idea with a very good idea here for this book. So I'm totally going to be picking up Save Now issue #1 that is coming out this Wednesday. Up next, though, Rogue Sun issue 30. Now, here is the cover A. The Massiverse has been absolutely stellar out the gate. I'm really a big fan. Kyle Higgins from the beginning, etc. When it comes to the Radiant Black stuff, dude, I loved Radiant Black. Now, I did fall off a little bit. I will be honest with you guys. I'm not fully caught up on Rogue Sun, but Rogue Sun issue 30 right here is giving us a Massiverse and Spawnverse crossover featuring Night Sun and Medieval Spawn. Now, Night Sun was introduced in Rogue Sun issue 10, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it was issue 10. And this issue right here is taking us back to like 1383. That's why we're going back in time. And we're going to have this crossover from the Spawnverse featuring, of course, Medieval Spawn. And then we're going to have Night Spawn. So I like this. I like this idea. Gabe, you and I were even talking just before going live about DC at New York Comic Con, the crossovers, the things that are up and coming. I think when it works, it works. This is one of those that I think these two characters crossing over is going to be a hell of a time.
I've never gotten to the Massiverse stuff. But man, this is interesting. Just the whole medieval Spawn got me pulled in. Michael Baker, I'm sure he's a part of that kind of clan too. But yeah, anytime you get like a cool crossover, it can either be extremely awesome or a boondoggle, and it just kind of falls flat. But I think with this, and from what you're telling me, I'm hoping for the best. This seems like this is going to be a fun ride to take for this. Is this so it's a crossover event?
Yeah.
Does this cross over to like a Spawn title retrospectively as well? Or
I think it's just going to be a one issue crossover type thing because this is
property crossover. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be focusing on pretty much these two characters right here. Of course, Michael Baker was very interested here in the chat. The second he saw Medieval Spawn, we all know Michael Baker across multiple channels and him being a huge Spawn fan. But if you are a Spawn fan, dude, yes, you have this 1 in 20 incentive, which is stunning. It's basically the cover A as a virgin. And I think the virgin definitely works here as an incentive. But we also get this cover B that is available at Cover Price. And it is paying homage to Spawn 9. Yes, Angela, baby. and I love this homage. You've got Medieval Spawn right there, high and mighty, right over Rogue Sun. So I think that is so awesome, man.
That is cool because
A Night Sun.
Spawn 9 was also the first appearance of Medieval Spawn, if I remember correctly. It wasn't just Angela, I think.
Yeah, but we all care about Angela.
Yeah, that's all anybody cares about.
On this cover, it's Angela.
It's all about Angela, but there was more in there, like Cagliostro and Medieval Spawn as well. I mean, we told this story before on here how it was just like the most expensive comic book Tom McFarlane ever had to produce because of the lawsuits and crazy stuff like that came out of it. But that's a cool homage. You don't see that homage very often, but it's an iconic cover. You knew it the moment you see it. You go, oh, I know exactly what that's from. That's funny.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Very well done. I love when homage covers are executed correctly and just they pop. It stands out. So for me, this homage cover is an absolute must pick up for myself. I'm going cover A, and I'm going to pick up the cover B as well. The incentive, well, that's going to hurt my wallet. I might have to pass on that this week because there's a lot of other stuff.
Cover A is the incentive. Like, let's be real. It's the same. It's the same image. You'll live with it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we opt out. That's the way we do it. We make sacrifices, sort of.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on from this one, we have Unbreakable X-Men #1. This being the main cover, it's giving us the introduction of Unbreakable X-Men. Now, we all know, I've said this almost every week so far since we've brought forth the new comic book day show, that we have the Age of Revelation that is going on. Now, there's a lot of stuff happening within the Age of Revelation. You've got Laura Kinney as Sabretooth. You had Wolverine as Angel of Death. We have so much happening. For myself, it's a little hard to keep up with. I'll be very transparent. I'm having a hard time. Yeah. But yeah, man, if you're fully on board with the X-Men stuff, this is coming out. And of course, there's also this amazing Manhanini foil cover of Gambit here, and I think it's awesome, dude. I love the design of Gambit right here, like with the green going across the eyes. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's like he's supposed to be blind, it seems like, with the bandage around his face like that, but
I hope not.
Who knows? Because this Age of Revelation's a alternate universe setting, right?
Yep,
so
of course,
of course, you can get a blind Gambit, or you can get Laura Kinney as Sabretooth, or whatever kind of craziness. So, but is this supposed to be a foil? This is a foil variant, you were saying, right? That's
correct.
Cool.
This one's a foil. I'm hoping it's spot foil where we just see the cards in foil. That would be amazing.
That would be the only part that would make sense for a foil.
Yeah, like if it's a
for
full,
me, yeah,
if it's a full foil, it kind of like loses its touch. You know what I mean? If we have just the cards foiling right there, I think it would be awesome. Is
this one of those 3-issue like mini series is that they're doing for?
I'm not too sure if this is going to be a mini, to be honest with you. But most of these are pretty much,
they've been 3-issue minis for the most part, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there. But anyways, yes, I really like this. Oh, this is very true. It could be Gambit mixed with Karnak.
That's possible. Throwing some cards, finding people's weak spots.
Yeah, I dig. But yes, anyways, Unbreakable X-Men is coming out this week as well. So as I said, if you guys are on all of the Age of Revelation stuff, you definitely might want to pick this one up. But moving on from that, I'm going to talk some amazing covers. Yes, the Nightwing pumpkin spiced covers got some love, but my boy, Dan Mora right there, one of my favorites, dropping this amazing cover right here for Catwoman issue 80. Really like these. These pumpkin spice covers have been getting a lot of love. Like I said, the Nightwing one for sure. Do I think this one has the potential to hit the numbers the Nightwing did? Probably not, but still a very nice cover. So yes, given we're in the Halloween season, very fitting.
It's cute. It's a cute book. It's a cute cover, but I mean, yeah, like you said, it's not going to be Nightwing where all of a sudden everybody, not all of a sudden, but that cover spiked up because it was Nightwing's booty on the cover. Is this an homage or something? It looks very familiar to me for some reason.
It kind of feels like one. I feel like it looks like some kind of a cover we would have seen on an Akira book or something. You know what I mean?
Maybe there's something about it that looks really familiar, but
yeah. But if it's an actual homage, I can't pinpoint it whatsoever. I just think it's a neat cover. I love Dan Mora, dude. I think Dan Mora is doing amazing work. He's grinding. Dude.
Did you read Transformers 25?
Of course I did.
All right.
Did you see how boss that issue was?
It was great. I don't want to get into it for too long, but we'll be on it forever. But I love the transition from like Jorge Corona into Dan Mora. Like they did the. I heard the sound in my head when I used to watch a cartoon, and it would switch scenes from Decepticons to Autobots, and they did that in the book like flawlessly. It was great and awesome.
Yep.
But Dan Mora really launched that book for sure. But
yeah.
Is this a new look for Catwoman? Is this her new current look, or is this just something they did for?
No, it's just I think it's her fall look. To be honest with you, okay. That's pretty much all it is. I mean, I don't think Nightwing is going around with pumpkins on his butt. You know what I mean? Like,
I bet you he could.
He totally could. He could get away with it. That's totally something.
That's how you get more sales, DC.
Absolutely, Dick Grayson just walking around with a pumpkin ass everywhere.
Pumpkin, yes.
But anyways, Catwoman issue 80, the awesome Dan Mora cover is coming out this week. Speaking amazing covers, dude, there's just something about this Red Canary cover here for Justice League Red issue number 3. This is a really cool cover, man. I like this one.
Who's this cover by? Is it?
It's Cully Hamner.
Okay, Cully Hamner. Wow, that guy. He does some good work. I love his stuff. And he was doing like Blue Beetle and stuff like that. Or whenever he does really good soldiers, and then you can see it back here. Like he does really cool soldier military stuff too.
Yeah, I like.
But what's up with this? And back on the Catwoman cover, what's up with the holy like stockings? Like what's the deal with that?
Is that what are we
talking? Yeah.
Hold on. Oh yeah, I see the holes. The tears are there, but yeah. Hey man, it's appealing. I guess I don't know.
I mean, sure. Cosplayers, do your thing, I guess.
Yep. But anyways, very cool cover this week on New Comic Book Day coming out tomorrow. If there's anybody that people did love so far this year, especially after the Superman movie, it's Krypto. And Krypto, the Last Dog of Krypton, issue 5, has this amazing Talaski cover, dude.
Dude, Krypto is James Gunn James Gunn did it again. When we had Baby Groot, and now we got Krypto. Krypto's always been around, but yeah, Krypto is like the main takeaway from that Superman's movie, because everybody loves their pet dog, and this is a great, cool cover for this as well.
No, I love it, man. And then you've got like I think it's Superboy behind him, like he's just taking off, right? Just with the boom.
Yeah, it looks like Jonathan. That makes sense.
Yeah. There's a big takeoff happening there. A very nice Talaski cover, man. I was saying how when I remember when this passed FOC, one of the things I was pointing out is like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the pose or something. Kind of reminds me of the Alex Ross cover.
I was thinking that too. It's definitely the pose. It's almost the same pose, other than his legs being his hind legs being off the rock. If you're on top of the rock, it would almost be the same cover.
Yeah. Gabe, the torn stockings means Punk is making a comeback. Hell yeah, bring it. Hey guys, being good is the new punk rock, man. That's what we learned in the Superman movie. So very fitting to bring this up right now, henchman. I appreciate that.
Just get better stockings that don't tear. Like, where's just the regular spandex? Like,
well, dude, don't get me started, man. I've seen styles, man. Like I remember going home with ripped jeans. My mom was like so puzzled, dude. So puzzled.
Yeah, and now everybody pays like $80 to get pre-ripped jeans. Right?
$80 is a deal. Apparently now it's like $100 and something for that stuff.
Forget that noise, dude. I don't even wear jeans.
You don't wear? I hope you wear something. That's all I'm gonna ask for.
I'm that guy that wears shorts in the wintertime. Like I always wear shorts.
My brother-in-law is like that. It's in Canada. It's weird.
You know what I mean? I'm sure it is in Canada where it's like you get to the negatives. I don't have that problem too much in Vegas, but I am that guy that wears shorts like almost every day.
If I had your winters, I'd be in shorts too, man. Trust me. But anyways, man, Krypto, the Last Dog of Krypton, number 5, cover B. This amazing Talaski cover. Love seeing this one. Oh, dude. Here's what we were talking about very briefly. One World Under Doom, issue 8. This being the Cappuccio variant. Now, it's obviously, like I said, it's a variant done by Cappuccio. Really interesting book. I feel like not enough people have spoken about this book, but there's a lot going on in One World Under Doom. In fact, we just had Doom versus everyone in the last issue. Came to a solid end where you had, of course, Doom and Reed, and like you had Reed like pretty much begging for mercy, man, and Doom promising him like, dude, I'm not gonna kill you. You can trust me on that one type thing. Like I'm here to just torture you
Yeah, it's too
nonstop.
easy to kill you. Yeah.
Exactly. And I was like, yeah,
Make you suffer.
this is so boss. But now FOC just passed. We had issue 9 on FOC. And what was very interesting to see there is that there were not one but two classified covers. Now, one of them said it was a spoiler cover, and the other one said it was a foreshadowing cover. Now, there's a lot of things up and coming within Marvel. As you saw, even New York Comic Con, they were talking about some other things up and coming. My belief, and you know, we were talking about this a bit backstage. Even Jeb, infamous Jeb, shout out to him. He'll be back very soon as well to talk new comics with us. But he was thinking the exact same things, dude. You know, is Valeria going to be the next Sorcerer Supreme, or sorcerer at all? I would love to see Valeria as a sorcerer.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where that title is going to be handed off to. Is it Valeria? Could it be Wiccan? Could it be Scarlet Witch? You know, which way are they going to go? Are they going to go with the obvious stuff, or something kind of unseen and unfamiliar? Like we were talking about it before the show started. Valeria would be very interesting because she's not already like a magical using character, and her dad doesn't even understand magic. Like there was a whole storyline with Mark Waid where he had to understand what magic was in order to save Franklin from hell, basically. So it's one of those things where it's like, do you give it to somebody who doesn't quite understand, and you kind of get that kind of fish out of water, like this isn't my normal place and having to learn stuff? That would be interesting to see as well. Or, you know, anything other, just I don't want it to be Scarlet Witch, just because that seems like that's the obvious answer. Now I'd like to see somebody else kind of have a new character arc, like Valeria or even Wiccan, like somebody just kind of off the beaten path who's going to have room to grow into that kind of role, and that power and that title makes them an evolved character even more.
Yeah, and I would, again, I think Valeria checks those boxes. I think it would be awesome to see a big change on such a character, especially Valeria. And you got to remember the relationship that she has as well with Victor Von Doom. So yeah, man, I think that would, yeah, it would be absolutely wild. There's a question here in the chat that I absolutely have to answer. Rudy, our brother Rudy, is here asking, you know, what do we use here in Canada as currency? It's Canadian dollars, dude. It's just Canadian dollars. Now, what does that weigh? Apparently, right now, 1 Canadian dollar costs 71 cents American. So, just to give you an idea, when I see books at $9.99, it hurts the wallet, guys. It hurts the wallet, but we buy it just the same, because it's
USA, USA,
yeah.
USA.
Yeah, dude. Dollar's terrible. But you know what's not terrible? This amazing Mingy Gone cover. Now, you're probably asking, what did he just say? Who is this artist, etc.? This is going to be the first published standard comic cover by this artist. Now, she, Mingy Gone, I checked out her work. I've checked out the profiles on Instagram, etc. Very good work, man. I really like it. Look at this cover, man, for One World Under Doom issue 8. I like highlighting such covers because, look, let's look at just the last couple of years, right? And, you know, we could talk Mark Spears, we could talk Shubina, we could talk many others. I think this is a good book to pick up while it's only cover price right now, because who knows how much more work we'll be seeing from Mingy Gone.
I like this work. I've never, like, this is a new artist and everything. I haven't seen it before, but I like the use of the light, like the negative white inside of Doom's like hood, how there's detail on lighting detail she puts in on the cape, but not too much on the green of Doom's like hood and stuff. This is interesting. It's kind of cool stuff. But if we're talking about art real quick, let's just give it up to RB Silva for the work he's been doing.
Yes.
He's not getting enough love. Ever since like House of X Powers of 10, and he was doing that with Hickman, like he's been really blowing up, and he's still killing it. He's still knocking it out of the park. Great storytelling, great strong chops when it comes down to panel layouts. Like he's not getting enough love and attention and spotlight for his interior artwork that he's doing.
I'm so happy you bring that up because that's one thing about this run, dude. The One World Under Doom stuff with Silva on it, man. The interiors are great, dude. Like I'm really enjoying it, and I'm happy you bring that up, man. Not too many people giving enough love to the interior artists, man. And Silva's doing amazing work with this book, and yeah. Speaking amazing work, man. I think for a first cover, this is very, very great to have as your first comic cover in standard form, of course. A Marvel book. You got Doom, you got everybody right there in front of him as well. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out on Ming Yi Gan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And yeah, man, very, very nice work. Go check out the social medias, go check out Instagram, go check out her work and let us know what you guys think, man. Especially if you're catching the replay. I'd love to know. But we spoke Amazing Spider-Man issue 14 before. Romeo doing amazing covers for Amazing Spider-Man, and what an iconic moment right here. The iconic pose, of course, to bring forth here by Romeo. I love this 1/100 incentive. Also available as a trade if you want to opt out and not pay the ratio price.
Dude, this is a really powerful cover. It's yeah, Libra Mayho, man, he always kills it, dude. He always does a phenomenal job, and I just love the detail on the machinery that he put into this. That is fantastic. That is great stuff.
Yeah, it's so good.
And again, another homage where you're like, oh, I know that. That's Steve Ditko, Amazing Spider-Man 30. No, was it 28? Damn it, I don't know my numbers off the top of my head right now. But yeah, it's an homage to a cover that we all know the storyline to. It's historic and iconic, and he's doing justice to it.
Yeah,
I know. On fire. Like he had a little bit too much Taco Bell.
Yeah, I think it was in the 30s that Ditko cover, because the cover he's like under that with the water dripping, right?
Yeah, like it's the one where he is trapped underneath the water tower.
Yeah, it is 33. I knew it was in the 30s, but I just couldn't remember off the top of my head. There's too much going on in here, guys, sometimes. But yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 14. I love this Bromeo cover, and I'm picking up the trade for this. So that is an absolute must pick up for myself.
1/100 steep though, man. 1/100 steep for this, but
yeah,
if you can swing it, man, then enjoy that beautiful artwork.
Absolutely. But moving on from that, speaking incentives, guys, we have a crossover that I would have never imagined in a million years, especially growing up as a huge Gargoyles fan. But here we have Gargoyles, Fantastic Four. Actually, wait, let me correct myself because Fantastic Four Gargoyles #1 is coming out this week. We will get Gargoyles Fantastic Four very soon as well because that is actually on FOC this week. But this being the 1/100 incentive that features, of course, Reed Richards and Bronx on the cover. And the cover is done by Scotty Young. Now, again, another cover that is available as a trade as well. But, dude, I look, give me your thoughts on this first because I got to show you a different cover as well that's available for this.
I like the idea of them crossing over. That's fun and cute. I'm not a fan. I love Scotty Young. Like I think his work he did here on Bronx and Mr. Fantastic is great. Is this a connecting cover or anything?
I'm not sure.
The lack of background just is like, that's unfortunate to me. I like backgrounds, but
I'm not too sure if they're gonna go that route where it's gonna be a connecting. I didn't see anything where it said that was the case because I think these are just going to be one shots. We're going to have this one, and then we're going to have the flip side, like I said. And it's crazy how this year has been a year of crossovers, right? Like just one after the other crossovers. And the crossovers have been very popular, to say the least, in 2025. But there is actually a Delato cover that I want to share with you guys because, man, I just think it is so good and totally worthy of a pickup. I love Goliath. I obviously love Ben. And dude, this cover is so sick. Also available as a trade. This one right here is the 1/100. How sweet is that?
Dude, it's what a perfect kind of mashup with Goliath as a gargoyle who turns to stone and at night breaks out of the stone and have that mashup with the Thing. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he's killing it. Like, dude, that's what a really great image for something like this. Like, it makes sense. It's all there. Like, it doesn't seem forced or just two characters thrown together. There's a connection, and that's pretty neat. I like
Yeah,
that. That's a cool cover.
I love it, dude. I love it. Don't get me wrong. There's the nice, Vecchio cover is nice. I know that everybody loves Momoko. We have this 1 in 25 with Demona and of course Sue Storm, but
Cute.
this, I don't know what it is, dude. There's just something about this Delato cover that, like, I absolutely had to pick one up. I would even get it signed by Delato if I ever like had the opportunity, because I love Fantastic Four. I love Gargoyles, and here we go. We have a nice mashup here that I think is awesome.
It works. Like I said, I think it absolutely just, the combination of those two characters like makes sense. It's a very creative idea, and he made it work with him basically breaking out of the Thing, who is stone or concrete and stuff. That's really cool.
Yeah,
that should have been just the main cover. That would have been great. And this is written by Greg Weisman. How cool is that, right? That's the guy that created the Gargoyles and wrote the original cartoon series.
Exactly. So yeah, you're in for a good time with this one. I saw the interior art as well, man, and it's so cool, so cool. It really feels like a throwback. You know what I mean? Like, just Gargoyles cartoons. I grew up off of that, so for myself, I'm slightly biased, but really.
Are you getting the NECA toys? Do you have any of the NECA toys?
I don't. I should though. I should.
I got about 6 of them. I'm looking at them over here. I love Gargoyles growing up, man. It's so fun to see them coming back.
Yeah,
like
they've been
crossovers. They got their own series again too.
Yeah, under Dynamite.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I wish I could have those toys, but toys in this house do not last. My kids find them, and they just do kids things with them and break them, and I can't do that. So yeah, I'll wait till they're older, pick them up maybe later on in life. But I love this question by Rudy, man. This would be fun to do. Imagine currency with comic book characters. Who would be on the I'm having a tongue twister, sorry, denomination? That's a whole show waiting to happen. So who would you have, as the faces of some of the bills, like on the $100 bill, the $50 bill? That would be fun. That would be really fun to run through. But I don't want to get off track. Let's get back into the comics.
Jack Kirby would be on a $100 bill for me.
Oh,
I know he's not a comic book character, but I'd put him on a $100 bill.
I love that. Yeah, that's a good pick. You can't go wrong with that. That's for sure. But moving on from Fantastic Four, guys, Batman #1 right here. This one being the second printing. That's right. It's now gone to a second print. And this is a Dan Mora cover. Now, to the left-hand side here of the screen, you see this being the regular variant for the second print. But on the opposite end, we have the foil as well that is available. So if you guys like foils, I mean, you have one option. And if you just prefer without foils, like myself, you've got the other option. So this going to a second print does not surprise me. Batman 1 did some very impressive sales. I think it went well over 300,000 plus because of the blind bags. If you remember, it was huge, dude. It was absolutely huge. But besides the blind bags, the read itself was really good. I actually really enjoyed it.
It's good to see. God damn it, Matt. What's his name? Matt Fraction. Excuse me, Matt Fraction writing Batman. It's going to take a minute, I think, for him to kind of get used to the character, but it's #1 was a really fun issue. But to me, man, the artwork is king in this book. That's what's driving the book for me. Man, I love that they brought back the blue and gray suit, because that was the suit I grew up with. Like, that was like the Jim Apparel. That was the Neil Adams suit, was the blue and gray. And it's great to see that back. But man, a second print on a book that sold 500,000 or 300,000 copies, that's impressive. Blind bags really kind of boosted the numbers for that book. But beyond that, it's a good read. Like, it's good to have a new Batman series running again.
Yeah, it really is, man. And you know what? Some people were kind of complaining about the read, saying that, they hit a sort of new #1, but it kind of felt like a continuation. I didn't feel that way at all. It didn't even feel like a continuation, to be honest. I actually really enjoyed it. I felt like Batman, Bruce Wayne, the techs, like all the tech he was using and everything that was happening within the issue. By the time we get to the end of the issue, what ends up happening at the end of the issue, like, I felt it was a very complete detective Batman. It almost felt, right? He felt more detective like.
And that's the Batman I like to read. I'm not a big fan of him going out into space and fighting Darkseid and stuff like that. But it also feels like, what does it feel like? It is. It's a Batman family book. Like all the Robins are involved.
Exactly.
You get. I don't think it's a spoiler, but you kind of get. You get Batman's AI is a certain character.
Exactly.
And that opens up a whole lot of opportunities and stuff as well. So that was a creative choice as well from Fraction, I think.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So if you guys missed out and didn't have a chance to read it the first go around, and there's no first prints available at your stores, well, guess what? You now have the option with a second print that is going to be available this Wednesday. Now, another book that is going to a second printing is Punisher Red Band #1. That's right. This is the EM Gist cover right here. Benjamin Percy with issue 1 did dude, it was a fantastic job. Like, I had nothing negative to say. This is Punisher, dude. It was Punisher badass, balls to the wall. It was really enjoyable. But we also have the second printing red logo variant cover, which is pretty neat. But again, I will wait for your take before I show you another cover that should be one to keep an eye out for.
EM Gist he came out of nowhere, and he is killing it in all of his covers. Like, all the painted stuff he's doing, his Youngblood cover that's coming out looks incredible. This red is cool, just because it kind of brings me back to when Punisher was on Thunderbolts, and it was all like red characters. It was Elektra, Deadpool, Red Hulk, and you had the red skull. But man, don't keep me waiting, man. What's this other cover we're talking about?
So here, let me add it to. Oh, I have to stop sharing the last screen that I had there and go back to resharing. So I'm going to share the screen.
This is a lazy cover, by the way. It's just a logo, no art.
I'll take you guys to this second print that is coming out, man.
But that Marco Cicchetto cover on #1, dude, that first print is dope, dude. That's
it's awesome, dude. I hope it's here on the CovrPrice website. I may be using this wrong, so hold on. One second print. Where are you? It's not there. It's not there. Damn. I'll find it. Hold on. I'll find it somewhere else and show you guys, because it you have to
There's
see.
some good covers on there. I didn't see that Mike Zeck cover or the Tyler Kirkham homage to Mike Zeck. Mike Zeck, you can't do Punisher without Mike Zeck sometimes. But that Punisher #1 Mike Zeck kind of homage from Tyler Kirkham is pretty cool too.
Yeah, but one of today's artists that I find to be so creative. Like, I feel like it's an understatement saying just how creative he is. Hold on, where is it?
I didn't get to read the Red Band yet. I have it, but it being polybag, like, man, I'm one of those collectors sometimes. Like, do I really want to open this polybag? But so you said it's pretty much balls to the wall action, because I read the Jimmy Palmiotti, Dan Panosian Punisher, and that one was pretty sick too.
I can't find it, man. I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm mistaking it, man. There's a Del Mundo cover. So basically,
Are you sure it's for this Punisher?
Yeah, I don't know if it's for this one or if it's the other one, because there's another Punisher that's going on at the same time. But yeah,
it's the Jimmy Palmiotti one sold out too, and I think is going to a second print.
Yeah, that one, dude, is just so good. If you see that Del Mundo cover, it's like the car going up, like driving through a road, and it's going up the chamber, like right down the barrel. It's so good, so good. I love Del Mundo, man. I just love the work that Del Mundo does. It's so creative. A perfect example is the I don't know, man. Almost every cover he's done is so creative. But take the Ultimate Spider-Man.
I see it. I mean, it's the car going into the barrel of the gun.
Yeah, it's
okay.
So
I
good.
found it. That's pretty rad.
Share your screen. I want to show it with everybody, because I just think it's so well done, like so creative.
Let me pop up here.
Yeah,
it's pretty rad.
We have to show this, man. I'm sorry.
We've been talking about it. Like, you can't just fake people out that way.
Yeah, no, I was there. I'm like, why is it not popping up? Oh God, I love this so much. Okay, it's for issue 2, not issue 1. Okay, because yes, issue 2 is coming out this week as well. So good, dude.
Right.
Look at that.
Again, like these covers are so cool. Like they should. Del Mundo needs to just make this a print and sell it for like $25 at a con or something. Like that's a cool cover. And then like I like how the red lights make like the Punisher logo too. That's pretty
so creative.
Yeah, that works out rad.
So happy you found this. And yes, it's issue 2, not issue 1. My bad. So for the second print, it's not issue 1.
Number 2, easily confused. I got it. That worked.
But they're both coming out this week, so there you go. But anyways, moving on from Punisher. Witchblade 15. Yes, we are looking at a Sozo Micah cover. I don't think I have ever. I know Witchblade has always been portrayed as very sexy, etc. But man, Sozo Micah brought Witchblade looking like she is ready for a Vogue magazine here. Look at that. That is insane, dude.
I can't stop looking at it. It's cool.
Right? And even available in a Virgin in case you don't want any of that trade. 1 in 25 incentive. I can't wait to see what this is going for on the aftermarket right now.
Witchblade has been they are nailing these variant covers with, because recently they did an Art Germ one. I think that was for like number 13 or 12. Mm-hmm. That was just awesome. And that's what you need on these kind of covers, because like you said, Witchblade's always been portrayed as like a sexy, character. I mean, because come on, she's naked and covered by like an ancient, metallic, entity on her kind of thing, right? Yep. That originally just barely covered up the goods, so it's always going to have that kind of stigma and that kind of sell factor on it. So for them to get more artists who can do like sexy females, that should be incorporated for that. Because before you had Michael Turner, and how do you not have more sexy artists follow up on sexy Michael Turner characters like this?
It's funny you say that, because I was gonna say the last Witchblade book that I actually opened to like look inside and read was many moons ago under Michael Turner handling that, and I have not looked back since. So
there was a while though where Witchblade was just in like a trench coat and like regular clothes.
Really, I totally missed that. Yeah. Totally missed that. But
of course, anyway, because nobody wants that. It's like when they put Vampirella. There was a Vampirella series at one point where she was in a trench coat. Who wants that?
Yeah, but I can tell you what everybody wants this week. That's right, guys. Mark Spears Monsters, The Monster and the Wolf. Number 1, the blind bag that was delayed by 1 week. And I hope that didn't bother anybody. I mean, it's only a week, guys. Hang tight. We already
know what covers are in here. They've already been on Whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We know some of these, but the blind bag contains one of 75 Mark Spears variants. We know it's going up to like 90, I think, or something, based on, there's ratios, etc. Other stuff as well. Like, dude, it is crazy to see how much work Mark Spears put into this. How many covers are available, and it doesn't stop here, guys, because I don't know if you've checked out some of the FOC stuff that's available now. We already have now the capacity to pre-order the Christmas one as well that Mark Spears is going to be dropping. So yeah, you might want to keep an eye out on those for FOC this week. But for New Comic Book Day this week, clearly, this is the one that I think is going to be getting a lot of love. Yes, we're going to see a lot of movement when it comes to this one. Can't wait to see what everybody's going to rip open, etc. But this 1 in 250 incentive right here is a hollow foil variant by Mark Spears. Really nice. I have seen very briefly what some of these covers are already going for on the aftermarket, and boy, oh boy, dude.
That's wild. Is this a retailer incentive, it says?
Yes, so the 1 in 250 incentive is, and then we go back here now. The blind bags, there's multiple covers that are going to be available for this one. Well over 75 when you factor everything, these retailer incentives, etc. Yeah, Mark Spears just never sleeps, or he's got an army of monkeys that are working for him. But we're going to actually take a dive into that if it's okay with you guys. I want to see what some of these books are selling for right now on the aftermarket, because yes, it's always good to know before you go out. Maybe you are picking up books based off of whatever, is currently selling for more than cover price over on the Bay or whatever it may be. So let's check it out together, sir. Gabe, you ready to check it? all we got to do is go down, hit up new releases.
New releases. Let's go. Man, I know a store in town that ordered 500 of those Mark
Are you
Spears.
serious? Yeah, dude, I've seen shops like Lefteros was actually telling me a story how like there was somebody that he knows that ordered like 10 copies for themselves, but they're a store as well. And they ordered like hundreds of copies and started doing the blind bag rips and ended up at like he opened his 10 and then opened 100. You know what I mean? And he was okay to not sell the other ones. He was just happy to rip those open. But let's check what's selling. We're going to look at the highest to lowest with the filters. And of course, Mark Spears already taking up the entire top row, man. You have a 1 in 1,000 metal already going for $433 raw.
I wonder if you can figure out which one that is in the blind bags. If it's metal, you would think it might feel different or heavier. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, well, I think this is the 1 in 1,000 ratio, so it's not in the blind bag. It's just a retailer.
Oh, so yeah, a retailer orders 5. Okay, I get it. I understand.
Exactly. Now, I spoke to you guys earlier about the Save Now #1, and here you can see this Sanford Green alternate timeline 1 in 250 ratio going for $300 on pre-sales that are going on right now. Another one here is a blind bag cover that has already come out, as you can see. $299, $300 right here for this one. I think there's a little more information regarding this one because it's saying here that it is a 1 of 700 cover that you can find within the blind bags.
Good luck, man. That's cool if someone pulls that out.
Yeah, because it says blind bag cover A67, so I'm assuming this is
number 67 of 70.
Yeah, probably, or 75 or wherever we're at now, because here you have A68, A69, so more covers that we're seeing making their way already on the aftermarket. $300 raw.
I wonder how much time Mark Spears spent on number 69 there.
Yeah,
the ghost one where it's literally just like it's an all white cover with just like the the eyes.
Yeah,
that must have been easy. That must have been like, whew, all right, I'm done. I can take a break after that one.
Yeah, but yeah, man, this one hitting $300. Wow. You can see they're all hovering around the same prices right now on pre-sales. That means packs have been ripped, as you can see. We've already made reference to that. It's no secret that we've seen people doing that already prior to the release date, which I think is kind of scummy. That's just my opinion. I don't think they need to be opened. You can pre-sell all you want, but just don't open the blind bags. It ruins the fun, especially that the blind bags have a chase in them. There's 13 golden tickets in these that when you guys do open your blind bags, make sure to check those out because, yeah, you could win that golden ticket. Now, looking at some other covers here, you could see, man, we're already hovering at 250, 250, 210, 150. Very impressive. It's crazy to see, man. It's absolutely amazing, dude.
Well, that Fantastic Four Gargoyles one that we love so much is pushing $80. That's cool.
It's 110 right here. The Gargoyles one, like you said, already $80, 150, so well over the ratio price on the pre-sale side. Yes, talk to me, Miss the Forgotten Hour. I dig you. What is this? This is interesting, man. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1 in 50, and it's at $47. More Mark Spears. More Mark Spears. There you go. There's the Del Mundo, $27. Just breaking ratio price on the pre-sales, but yeah. Oh, God, I love this cover. I need it. I need it. This is funny. This is funny, dude. Scotty
Young, Popeye?
Yeah, I hate Fairyland. Here we go. Some Popeye.
Oh, I guys see it. She ripped Popeye's arms off and stuck her hands in them, like those old blow-up punching gloves you had as a kid.
She's using, but she's also using his face, dude. Like you can see the X in his eye. Like he's cooked. He's done.
I wish he would bring it back and keep calling it "Fuck Fairyland" like he used to.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it started without the gate, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have Witchblade number 15, the Sozomaika 1 in 25 ratio at $25. So there you go. Some of these other covers as well from the blind bag making their way, trickling in. I don't know if anyone's been reading Shredder. Holy moly, man, this has been a great read. I'm really loving this take on Shredder. The first issue alone was so awesome. I don't want to spoil anything, but guys, you need to get on it because it's really good, really good. And you got these awesome Kyle New covers as well that keep coming out every issue. I like this. I would like this. If I could score this in the blind bag, I don't even care about the aftermarket sales. For myself, this is just a nice cover to have.
Just spend the $20 on eBay and grab it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty deep on some of these blind bags.
Yeah.
I think the Mark Spear stuff, I'm well over 12 easily.
Oh, you ordered 12 blind bags? Okay.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I had a Comic Legion, dude. They had a pre-sale for like a bundle of like 6 or something, and it was dirt cheap. It was like super dirt cheap, like 30% off. So I was like, yeah, I'll
I've seen
load
the
up.
homages that Mark Spear is doing on these too, on some of these.
Yeah,
I saw there's a Spider-Man 1 homage, a Todd McFarlane homage, so
there's a lot of good stuff, man. I think
that one with the girl in the wine glass, and you can see her skull face behind it. If you have a book that was from, that's another. That one there is kind of cool.
Yeah, let's open it up, man. I want to see this in full. So, oh yeah, we got a lady in a red dress. Where's Laura?
Yeah, it's blonde in a red dress with a skull face. Look at that.
Yeah,
with a cigarette.
I like that though. How like via the liquid you could see the skull. Like that.
Yeah, it's an homage to an old golden age horror comic. I forgot the name of it right now, but that's cool.
Yeah, I dig. I really like that. There's going to be a lot of amazing covers. I feel like you could order 100 bags and just have a blast seeing every cover in front of you, man. Oh, this is awesome, dude.
How much are the bags going for? Are they $10?
Sorry?
Are the blind bags $10?
No. Well, I mean, depending what the shops are going to be selling for now, I imagine some shops are going to be selling at a premium. They're going to go well over the actual price of what it was selling for, but I think it was somewhere around like the $5 mark per bag, dude. So, this is why I really encourage everybody to just pre-order. I know it's, sometimes difficult. You have a hard time keeping up or whatever it may be, but yeah, pre-order. Like I said, I got 30% off ordering on pre-order, and totally worth it seeing what some of the covers are going for. Yeah. But yeah, these are all amazing to see. Now, the Mark Spears Monsters covers, as you can see, CovrPrice has already updated the website. So if you guys want, go check out CovrPrice to see all the covers that are available for this one. Here, look, once you click on the Mark Spears blind bag for the Monster and the Wolf #1, just scroll down, guys, and you can see every single cover that is going to be coming out.
93, Lando.
Yeah, tell me that's not crazy, dude.
That's a lot of work, man. Big ups to Mark Spears for putting in that work.
Absolutely. And like literally each cover does not disappoint. Oh, this is hilarious. This is hilarious.
Or the Garbage Pail Kids. That's cool.
Yeah, dude. That is so fun. This is the first time I'm seeing all of these covers, just so you know. Like, I haven't taken a look at all of them, and man, some of these are awesome. Man, I kind of wish I ordered more, man. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these are wicked. I can't. If I get one of these, dude, oh man, I'll be so happy. It's funny. It kind of looks like both my kids. Like, that's my oldest, that's my youngest. But yeah, man, I love seeing these. It really seems like these are getting a bit of love on the aftermarket already. Look, $150 for this one. Very interesting. Very awesome, guys. I think tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day, or maybe today if you are actually, on your way to the shop, picking up some of these books. And we hope you guys enjoyed the show, because that was the show. We talked new comics, and I got to talk new comics with the chat and, of course, with you, Gabe. And it was awesome to hang out again. I'm being spoiled, bro. It's like, what, the second time in 2 weeks?
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about, dude. It's just talk comics and hang out. So, new comic book day comics. Love it. I got a handful of books on my list this week. Can't wait. And and we get to talk comic books, dude. That's fun. You got to see some cool covers. Man, everybody's algorithm is going to be Mark Spears Monsters tomorrow. So have fun with that, everybody.
Absolutely. I'm anticipating seeing so many like pack rips over on Instagram tomorrow. I'll be scrolling.
I'm gonna see some of those golden tickets and who gets those and how that kind of pans out for people.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be wild, man. I really hope we get to. If you see anybody with a golden ticket, like, send it my way. I'm just curious. I want to see. some of those reactions, etc. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time. It's a wonderful week for New Comic Book Day. Like I said, not 35 slides worthy of books, etc. That Lefteros normally does work way too much to get all this information for everybody, but doing the Lord's work, Cover Price, and of course Lefteros. So shout out to both of them for doing all of this. And of course, speaking Lords, the Lords of the Long Box in the house, of course, with Gabe. And I gotta say thank you again, because it's always a blast. Always a blast, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I'll be back Thursday for the Shaker Show, everybody. So
yes, sir.
Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. Be ready for Thursday.
Be ready for Thursday. You know what? That's the sign off, man. That's the sign off, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Comics Covered. And yes, Thursday, Gabe. Vamos. Go check out the entire crew for the Shakers. See you guys then. Adios.
Cheers.
No, listen, we can't be doing this all the time. We can't get this wrong. Let's do it right. Okay, here's the outro. Adios. Peace.
Victory.